So guys, the summer's here and I am back for the second episode of High Mileage Heroes. Unfortunately, it isn't a convertible, but it is a very glorious car. Now, last time, if you haven't seen it, we had a lovely Swedish Brute. That is going to be in the description below. That was the first ever episode. In today's episode, we are going German with this beautiful A6. So, Aaron the owner is going to walk us around this car and tell us what he's done to make this a beautiful high mileage daily. So obviously, if you guys don't know what this engine is, then go and become a car guy properly, because you should know. Although you are going to look at it and think, something's a bit peculiar, and it is a bit peculiar because I've just commented to it before we talk about the car. It is in line, which is really weird, and Aaron's just said to me the gearbox is transverse, isn't it, below? But that's just such a weird. You'd expect it on a front wheel, just as front wheel drive, by the way. Expect it to be transverse, but yeah, that's quite interesting. That. It's different, but obviously, what engine is this? The PD130, the holy grail of all, and that's probably the reason why it's reached the mileage it has, and also it might give you an idea of what mileage it has done, considering it is a PD. But Aaron's going to walk us through what he's done to make this car what it is.
Yeah, so I mean, I brought it off Stolton Engineering, and they had it. It's had new turbos, had an EGR blank, it was decatted, and had an economy map on it, so it is quite pokey. All I've really done to it, it's been lowered on FK Street coilovers. It's got the A6 all-road wheels, and then we've got just the limo tints on the back and the light tint on the front windscreen, side windows, and rear lights have been tinted, just make it not look quite such a standard daily. Yeah,
it's very subtle. It is very subtle. You've got some interesting. I saw you got an interesting pipe there, but I think it's just a pipe going onto something there. I say put a bit of silicone pipe on there. But I think that's just
the EGR blank.
Ah, is it? But there we are. It's not too bad, and actually the fitment is really decent. Is it running spacers, or is that just?
That's no spacers or anything.
No spacers.
No, it was just sort of got the wheels, slapped the wheels on.
Look at that.
It's actually ideal.
And the front as well. Look. Also, by the way, just to also say, yeah, that fitment's good. The coilovers on this are, would you say they're a budget coilover?
Yeah, they're only a budget really.
It's not bouncy. It's not unlevel on bumps. It doesn't ride a bit weird like cheap coilovers do. It actually rides really nice. Absolutely love the older shape back end on this. I love it with the exhaust tips coming out the back. And actually for a PD, it's not smoky, which is probably quite nice, isn't it, as well?
I mean, the only bit I never liked on them is you've got the fog light there and then a blank there. So when I had the lights tinted, I had that bit tinted over as well, just so it doesn't stand out.
I see. So yeah, so normally, I see. Yeah, you can still see where it's there, but yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Normally you've got a light there, which is the fog light, and there's a matching blank on that side. But we've wired in that side, so we've got a fog light either side now as well.
Okay. Where's your fog light running to now, then?
It's all still on the switch, but it's just a case of it's just a bit better, just because it doesn't look as wonky.
Yeah. Does it still shine through under there, does it? Oh, I see, you've tinted it.
Yeah, so it's it's been tinted the whole way across.
I see.
And then that one's wired in now as well, just to make it look equal and not lopsided.
I love that. It's a nice little attention to detail there. That's really good. I just love the back end on this car. And do you know what hits it nice? You've kept the original silver wheels, but that chrome strip around the window and the roof bars over the top, it looks really nice. Look at it from this angle here. It's nice. It's not bad at all. The black on chrome on certain cars works really well. I think that looks really nice down the side there.
Because again, it was going to be all de-chromed, but I sort of put the wheels on it, stood back and had a look, and it just breaks the car up nicely and it flows. Yeah,
I think sometimes people make the mistake of putting too much black on black, but it's nice. You've got the dynamic indicators on the side, but you've sort of kept the chrome in the headlights, and I think it's very well balanced, really.
And again, because it's got the grey trim down the bottom, I think blacking out all the chrome as well, it just wouldn't look right.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
As it is now, it just breaks the car up a little bit.
Yeah. So guys, I can tell you now, we'll do a little walk around again. We'll go a little bit closer this time. There's not even anything I can even pick as a fault. But look at the bodywork for the mileage it's done. You don't know the mileage yet. You're going to be guessing. But there's not one bad bit of bodywork on it, to be fair. There's always going to be dinks and dents and things like that, but actually it's done much more miles than my car, and it's definitely cleaner on the paintwork than mine is, definitely. So it's not bad at all, that. So obviously, a high miler, you're going to think, oh, poor MPG, not running right, but Aaron will tell you now that this is running really well, isn't it?
Yeah, so considering it's all straight piped and everything, it's still returning 600 miles to a tank of fuel.
Yeah, what's that approximately costing you?
It's around £100 to fill up, but it'll last just over 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad at all.
Yeah, so you must be averaging somewhere around 30 to 40 mpg quite easily, surely.
It's around 44.
Yeah.
It goes around 44. I have 47 on a long drive, but it's sort of 43, 44 around town. Yeah. Which again, for high miles and an old car, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, and this is presumably what, 1.6, 1.8-ish ton car as well?
I think it's just over 1.6.
Yeah. So it's not the lightest car in the world either, but that's good. That's really decent for what you're getting. And actually, the car itself, it's just got enough torque and enough power to get you going, and it does sound rather sweet. So you're going to hear that in just a minute. So I just want to say, in my opinion, that high mileage Hero, the absolute beast of the A6, does actually sound like a 5-cylinder. It's very, very weird. You might not pick that up in the video, but it does sound like a 5-pot. It's quite weird. Very weird for a PD, definitely. Okay guys, so if you're enjoying the video of this Audi so far, check out in the link below the review for this gorgeous 106 of ARRANS. So, on today's high mileage Hero, you're going to guess the mileage. Now, I'm going to give you 3 options. It's going to be one of the 3 following options, and you're going to get to guess. So, your options are... So, is the A6 Advant on A, 187,000 miles, B, 240,000 miles, or C, 215,000 miles? Get your guesses in the comments below. So yeah, when you shut the windows up and shut the doors, it is super quiet. Even though the exhaust is a modified exhaust and is louder than what it would be from factory, it is still very quiet in here. Now, I must also say, seats are super comfy. Bit weird that it's height adjustable electrically but forwards and backwards manually. That's a bit weird. Never seen that before. But look at the interior. The door cards are super clean. All the plastics are nice. The leather hasn't cracked. It hasn't worn away too much. There's not much wear. So for the mileage of this car that I'm not going to disclose to you yet because you're going to guess it, it's super clean. We'll show you the interior in just a minute when we get out. So this is going to be the area where it's always worn the most, unless you do a lot of dogging in the back, of course. Now, if you just go onto the door card, switch is still very clean, not sticky. There's no tears in the leather. The material is also super plush. It's got the pull-out vents. One word. It's got the pull-out cubby holes as well, which is quite funky. But you can see embossed Audi, stainless steel trim is lovely. The interior is good. All the switchboard on there. Everything is working as it should as well. Any issues with it?
The only issues really is self-inflicted. I mean, it needed a gearbox just because 4th gear kind of decided it didn't want to be a gear anymore.
Yeah.
But we had new gearbox on it. It's had a clutch and 2 boost pipes, and that's all it's had. And I've owned it. Well, I've done 30,000 miles in it now over 2 years. So wow, it's not bad going at all.
Yeah, even look at that steering wheel. It is just super clean. Hopefully you haven't seen the mileage then. I will have to hide that in a minute if you have. But yeah, the armrest, gearknob's got a little bit of wear, but it's all super tidy in here. If we just pop in the back as well. Oh, glorious. Thank you so much. Look at that door card, ashtray. Soft touch on that as well, that's quite nice. But yeah, look at that.
2 cup holders in the middle.
Is there? Oh yeah, that's really cool. So yeah, it's not bad at all really, it's just a perfect runaround. Exactly what you'd want in the car. So for an estate, obviously we're going to ask about what the boot can do, and it can do a lot. So show us all your little cool quirky features about this boot, not to mention that it is massive. Show us around it.
Yeah, no, so you've got underneath obviously the tools at the back there. It's got a separate cubby hole down here,
yep,
which again is a nice little tool rack. Then you've got your spare wheel well. This side you've got a 6-disc CD changer.
Nice.
Then over this side you've got a little subwoofer in there.
Nice.
Which again, it just doesn't make you want to mess about with any of the audio on it just because it's already there.
Yeah, and then show us your signature. Oh, hello.
Up here, you've got your little warning triangle if you get puncture or anything like that.
And then your signature soft touch 12 volt
cigarette lighter.
Look at that. Lovely. Mate, it's super. And do you know it's so clean? The boot net, everything inside the boot, all the trims, everything is so clean. It just shows that if you do look after a car with age, it holds really well. And actually, you wouldn't think this had done the mileage that it's done. So obviously the inside is showing its age in relation to technology and spec. We do have a cup holder. Is it functional? Oh, beautiful. This car does still have the tape deck in there, which is a very, very time of the day thing. But has it got cruise?
Yeah, got cruise control.
Got cruise?
Yeah.
Now the audio system, I'm assuming when you could fiddle around with that radio to make some sort of a way of making it work, would sound very good.
Yeah, no, it's all uprated door speakers and obviously the sub in the boot. So it's quite clear, and you don't need it loud because how quiet the car is.
Yeah. Then you obviously got AC all round, which is decent. I like how you got an on and off switch for your windows. That's quite funky for the side windows in the window rooms like that. That's quite interesting. But yeah, it's definitely decent. Has that got an economy mode as well? Is it?
Yeah. So it's economy mode. That turns the aircon off.
Ah, so do it towards with the engine and throttle, or is it just for the?
No. It literally it's just for the aircon.
Ah, I see. Yeah, it's not bad at all then. But really, for what you paid for it, mate, it's an absolute bargain of a car. It is decent. I would have been expecting to have gotten this and it'd be quite a dog, but it's actually really decent. So yeah, it looks like high mileage A6s then aren't really something to be worried about. So this 2004 high mileage A6 Advant, what we reckon for the mileage, and you've heard what it's going to be, you've had your 3 choices. What do you reckon the mileage is? So I'm going to tell you in 3, 2, 1. This car has done 215,000 miles, and I can tell you now that from my opinion, this is one of the highest mileage Audis I've ever been in, and actually Audi build quality shows. This car through and through is super well built. No rattles, no noises, super clean, and actually it has been a well looked after car. And actually, I reckon you could probably see this through, especially with the engine at least, to 300,000 miles with no problem. So guys, thank you for guessing, thank you for coming along on the journey, and I hope you enjoyed this small video of another high mileage hero.